Hi there, this is George Electrojed and Katie Kaboom there. As you can see, we are at the movie theater. We're getting ready to go in to see Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. We haven't gone to see it yet. We're going to go see it now. The only reason I'm doing this recording is I am not going to do the typical parking lot review. I am going to give you a review as soon as I come out, yes. But I'm going to edit this with when I get home, and I'm going to give you an in-depth review because this movie apparently is very polarizing, and I'm going to give you my honest, and I do mean my honest opinion of what I think of the movie.
You know what I have to say?
Don't even think about it.
Leave your stupid comments in your pocket. You're tearing me apart. You're tearing me apart.
Apparently, my wife has this thing for
the room.
The room. Anyway, we are, like I said, I will give an in-depth review after the movie. Peace. Okay, so we seen the movie. Katie.
Oh, wow.
Katie, did you enjoy yourself?
Yes. Did you?
I liked the movie, but I'm going to tell you right now, I do understand why there are so many conflicting reviews about it. It's definitely a polarizing movie for sure. If you're a lifelong fan of the Star Wars franchise, such as me, I've been watching Star Wars since 1977 when it first came out, and yeah, it's they did a lot of. The writers took some liberties. We'll just say the writers definitely took some liberties, and we will talk about this. I'm not going to upload this straight as a parking lot review because I'm going to when I get home, I'm going to sit down, edit this, and add something to it from my house. So yeah, but I am going to say this: I enjoyed myself. The movie was fun to watch. It left a lot of questions, and I would definitely recommend for you to go see it. But for those fans that are like me, you're going to have a lot of questions, and you're going to have a lot to bitch about because of the liberties that the writers took.
Leave
but again,
stupid comments in your pocket.
Will you stop? So I am at home now, and I got a chance to think about the movie and what problems I might have with it. Now, before I go on any further, I must say that I think this is going to be the first time that I'm going to actually do a spoiler review because I have somewhat to talk. I got a lot to what. I have a bunch to talk about. First off, if you are listen, there's plenty of us that are fans of the Star Wars franchise. I've been a fan since 1977. I went in there and went to the first movie, and I've seen every single movie in the theaters. And I have to say, being a fan, even though the prequels had its problems, at least it kept the story in line with the Skywalkers. And I may not have liked Jar Jar Binks, but I personally I personally think that there was some good storytelling between the three movies, between the three prequels. Anyway, that being said, now that J.J. Abrams is in charge of what's going on, I think him and his writing team have taken some liberties, and I'm not too sure how that's going to go over with all the Star Wars fans out there, because I mean there are way too many questions, there are way too many gaps in what's going on in this movie. First of all, J.J. Abrams is a murderer. He likes killing off our classic characters. You know, we got Leia's dead. We lost Carrie Fisher. You know, God rest her soul. We lost her. That sucks. Yes, there's nothing you can do about that. But they killed off Luke. They killed off Han Solo. You know, not cool. Not cool. I understand that this is, you know, a changing of the guard. I get that. But you don't have to kill everybody, JJ. You don't. Anyway, moving on. There were a lot of questions that were unanswered. I didn't like the way that they tied off Rey's parentage. But I'm kind of hoping it's just bullshit and it was a lie. You know, hopefully, I'm hoping it's a lie. But to say that the impression they gave, or the impression I got, is there was nothing special about the Skywalkers, which is absolute crap. I understand that there are Force sensitive people out there, and those are the ones that get trained, and I get that, and I understand that that's what they're trying to put out there. But man, this story, in my opinion, was so heartbreaking. And the one thing I didn't like about the overall picture of this movie was all the suicide runs. Seriously, I mean, they're romanticizing these suicide runs. They open it up with a suicide run, a suicide bombing. They damn near close it with a suicide bomb. Well, if you look at it, in my opinion, well, Luke basically did a suicide run too. You know, but and there was no epic. What happened to all the epic lightsaber scenes? They took no effort into the lightsaber scenes, none whatsoever. One thing you have to hand it to George Lucas. They didn't skimp on lightsabers in the trilogy. They didn't skimp on lightsaber dueling in the original series either. But come on, you guys they're being lazy, way too lazy. You know, with all the different techniques of dueling that there were with the lightsabers, with the Jedi and the Sith, they were being very, very lazy and lackadaisical about it. I didn't like that. Now, I'm pointing out a bunch of stuff that I didn't like, but what I do want to point out that I liked was that the movie, in an overall stance, was enjoyable to watch. I must say that. The movie was enjoyable to watch. The fact that Leia had latent, force abilities, that's a given. I mean, if you read the comic books like I did back in the day, you know that Leia was force sensitive and she was able to do, she never was formally trained how to be a Jedi, but force sensitive people, if you saw like at the end of the movie, the kid with the broom, he was force sensitive there. I get that. I like how she was able to save her own life when the bridge was destroyed and she was sucked out into the vacuum of space, and I enjoyed stuff like that. Me and Katie both had a good chuckle at the beginning with Admiral Hux. Is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah, with Hux and Poe Dameron. That was hilarious. We couldn't stop laughing for the first 10 minutes. That was
Don't say too many spoilers, please.
Well, I told them that there was going to be spoilers, babe. All right. Well, we're not going to get into we're not going to get into too many more spoilers. In fact, I'm done with the spoilers. I just wanted to voice my opinion on certain things. I really, really did enjoy Luke coming back in the third act, and he definitely left an impression of how powerful he once was, you could say. There were some cameos from some old. I mean, Yoda was there. Oh man, I love seeing Yoda. Seeing Yoda was awesome. And apparently, as a Force ghost, you still have some Force abilities. Yoda proved that one. Anyway, I want to say overall, I enjoyed the movie. I really did. Me and Katie had a good time. Sat there, enjoyed it. But as a Star Wars fan, since the beginning, there are some polarizing questions that are coming up, and people are going to have some issues with the way the writers went with this, and that's all I'm saying. The fans are going to have some issues with things, but overall, good movie. Good movie. I see where Disney's going with this. They're going to constantly make money off of this franchise, and it's that simple. They're not. This is their moneymaker. So they're going to go the route of which way makes the most money. And they did some smart things, I understand. But again, being an original Star Wars fan, this is posing a lot of questions. Anyway, I just want to say thanks for watching. And I'll see you on the next parking lot review, which will have no spoilers because I'll just do it like I normally do. Peace, guys.